Welcome to the Tannat Show. I'm your host, Howard O'Brien. Be with you every Thursday. And there is a Judy in there, too, as a daughter. But Judy didn't want me to bring it up. I wanted to put her in part of the show tonight, but she didn't want to do it. Yeah, something was wrong earlier. I don't know if something is wrong with this picture tonight. I don't have a glass of wine. No, I couldn't see anybody from before. I don't know what I did differently. I think they did an upgrade or something on YouTube. I don't know. But anyways, George Judson for this evening, and there's a reason why, obviously. But I hope everybody's doing good, and you got a little warmer again, but not terrible anyways, not terrible. The vineyard definitely is seeing the effects of the humidity, but we're fighting through it. It's definitely drying out nicely in the last week or so. It was nice. We didn't get any rain again today. It's been a while for us, and it looks like that's the pattern. So that will really help out. But anyways, it's not like last year, the year before, but it's not the worst by any means. There'll be good fruit, just a little bit less. But anyways, we still got time to go before harvest and so forth. Hopefully it will cool down at least and so forth. I do have a member event this weekend. I think I still have a few spots left. We're comparing the North Point Red Cellar Collection and maybe a few surprises if you show up. You never know what I'll do that day. Anyways, that will be fun. The weather's supposed to cool down a little bit in the way of humidity wise, so that makes a big difference. And it always is cooler out that way, as we all know. So anyways, hope everybody's doing good. God, August flying through. I can't believe it already. It's amazing. Harvest isn't too far away, and a lot of other things in the fall, which is normally our busiest time, as you know. So anyways, other than that, that's kind of it. For the book set for the Seller's Best Sellers book that I'm writing. It's funny. I got it today, and it does have it on vacation. People that travel throughout the world, and we do have a lot of members and clients that come to Chateau O'Brien to travel extensively. And I got a great one today. I forwarded it to Judy and my team. It was a North Point Red Cellar Collection. I don't know if it was the 14 or 17 from a member that moved down to Kirks and Caicos. And she was a very well-known woman in the military and with her husband. But they're over in Greece on a cruise, in Athens and a cruise, and they brought a couple bottles there. Now, they had shipped quite a bit of their wine from Northern Virginia down to Turks and Caicos, and then they're traveling over there. They moved about a little over a year ago, and they brought a few bottles over with them, and they said it's spectacular. It's traveling unbelievably well, and that means a lot to me, actually, when something can travel quite in so many different places, possibly in the heat and different temperature fluctuations that really have an effect on all wine, particularly like shipping this time of year. So anyways, it made it well. It did good. And they said it was spectacular. And whenever they come back up our way, they're going to take some more back with them to Turks and Caicos. I don't know. I have a tough time saying that. I don't know why. Anyway, so that's kind of that. What we're going to taste tonight, which Judy will want some too. If you haven't had this in a little while, this has really changed. I mean, this is becoming my fastest selling wine, and that's a lot to say versus the new Petit Verdot 19 and the Tannat. It's a blend of all my reds are 2 years in a French oak barrel. It's the 2021, which was a phenomenal year, as you know. And in my signature Regal glass, it holds a full bottle, so I won't drink too much, so my beautiful wife can sip on the Judy's wine. Ooh, the tannins are softening. Tannins are a little bit more predominant with Tempranillo. A lot of black cherry. Black blueberry. Very dark blueberry. Last time, a couple of weeks ago, it was a lot of cherry. There's cherry in there, but I can feel, boy, the tannin structures are very strong still. Man, it's grabbing my tongue. I can feel it. Very good. Coloring great. Perfect red wine. Perfect red wine. I hope I can do it again. You never know. Tempranillo is not doing good this year. Does not like humidity. So we won't have much Tempranillo anyways. And this, we probably wouldn't make it anyways. It's not one of the better years compared to 21, 23, 24. 20 was good. But Judy's 100% there. There we go. Okay, I'll give a little shout out. So for the competition, what was the story? Yeah, the story, the wine, the competition. So the reason why, I screwed it up tonight. I'll tell you. So the reason why I am wearing the space costume for a couple of reasons. Obviously, we know a very, 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 very famous NASA astronaut passed away, Jim Lovell. Very well known. You know, Tom Hanks played in the movie of him and the famous words, NASA, we have a problem. Now, I don't know, some of you may know this and some may not. I know Rich does. Is that one of my biggest clients at one time before I did the winery was NASA. And I dealt with headquarters. I dealt with Stennis. I dealt with Huntsville, NASA Marshall, Lewis, Glenn, Dryden, all of them. And certainly Cape Canaveral, and then, in Houston as well, Johnson. So, and I used to have to go there quite a bit. At one point, I put on the largest trade show in that world. We took it the whole city of Houston at the George R. Brown Convention Center, millions and millions of people. All the space agencies from around the world were involved. They exhibited, conferences. It was really just millions of people. And it was a great, great event. And actually, my keynote speaker was Walter Cronkite at the event when he was alive. There was a tremendous amount of astronauts. And Jim Lovell was also one of my keynote speakers with, I'm trying to blank. What's the Rich can help me with this one. I don't know. Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin. And I have a book that he signed for me. He used to be a peddler, man. That guy would try to get free exhibit space at all my trade shows and kept giving me signed books that he wrote. I'm sure I have them somewhere, but he was quite the character, that guy. And so Buzz Aldrin, and I dealt with a lot of those guys. It was, Buzz is crazy. He was a hoot of a guy if you ever met him in person, man. And but anyways, he was always trying to get something free from me for my trade shows and stuff like that. Buzz was a player, man. Rich, I got some stories. Don't forget, I did trade shows. Some of the stuff that I had to get involved with the breakup because of him. He was a player, man. This guy. We'll leave that alone. I can't tell it on here, but at the Goddard's dinners, he was a player, man, and all these receptions and stuff, Colorado Springs and everything like that, particularly at World Space Congress. I'll tell you one when I see you two together. So anyways, that's kind of why I'm wearing it. It was a good part of my life, and I met a lot of great people during that time. I didn't know much about the space community when I got involved, similar to when I started the wine world, other than consuming it. And, NASA and stuff like that was, the space shuttles and the Apollos and, all those things, which is what the general public knows. But unfortunately, they don't know a lot of the things that they do, from the medical side to all the life science side. And, I experienced that because I did conferences throughout the United States and the world that would help promote that aspect. Unfortunately, NASA didn't do it as good as they should have to the general public. I wish they would have done more, and we probably would have thought of NASA in a whole nother way. Be honest with you. There's a lot of things that, we're done with research that we are not aware of, or not. I mean, we could be aware of it, but it's just not promoted to the general public enough. And the tremendous things that I learned during that time, and, the space spinoffs, the spinoffs from space exploration that we use in every moment of our practical life, really is just phenomenal. The things that I learned and experienced. And once again, I hope I promoted a little bit to the general public during my time. So just like that. So that's kind of why I did that, really. That's why I did that for tonight for him. I'm assuming he was one of the oldest, if not the oldest, astronaut alive. I really don't know that. I should have looked it up, but Rich probably knows that. Rich Rivera But Rich, is there another astronaut that is? It's what is there another astronaut that was older than Lovell? Do you know that? That's still alive? Rich? Buzz. Probably Buzz. That's the only one I was thinking, but I didn't think, yeah, I didn't think, I know Buzz is still alive, but I didn't know if he was still the oldest one. He probably is actually, now that I think about it, but I don't know that for a fact, but he would be in the running for sure on that one. Anyways, that's kind of that, but Buzz is a player for a fact. So, isn't not sure who's older between those two. Who? Yeah, I don't either, actually. Yeah. I'm not looking it up, but I don't know either. So, anyways, for the competition tonight, so a ton of grapes makes how many cases of wine? The first one that answers it. Now, or comes the closest. But you can look online, but it doesn't mean it's what happens at Chateau O'Brien, because we know exactly what we get with a tonnage of how many cases you get out of a tonnage of grapes. 1 ton gets how many? Keep on going. And this is for a Luigi's Luscious Red. Keep on going. Freddie gets it. It is actually, we get 55 cases per ton. We get 55 cases per ton. Now, that's our average. There is an average of 50. Basically, a lot of people will go at 50. We're more at 55. So we get 55, and it's all determined about grape size, your tonnage, your yield, what you're trying to do. So Freddie wins a bottle of Luigi's Luscious Red. How about that? So you have to come and get it. So anyways, everybody, I hope you have a great week. Hope to see you maybe again over the weekend or sooner than later. But God bless and drink Tannat. Never plays when I want it to. All right, let me hang on. I'm going to get it. There we go. Come on, Jetsons. There we go. God bless. Drink to that.